Hi, I'm Allie, Christian health and fitness coach and the founder of Cross Training Women, where I help women transform their body and health biblically so that they can live fully and abundantly and carry out their God-given purpose. And in today's video, I'm going to be making you a super easy, simple pita pizza recipe. And this pizza that I'm going to be making today is 100% whole foods, plant-based. So if you're trying to eat healthier, this is a great alternative. It's low calorie, low fat, there's no cholesterol, no saturated fat, there's no oil, no added sugar or salt. So it's 100% healthy, which is why I love it, but it's still delicious and will satisfy your pizza craving. So what you'll need today for this pita pizza recipe is a 100% whole grain pita. So the one that I have is the Ezekiel brand. I love it because the ingredients, again, 100% whole foods plant-based. There's no added sugar or oil to it. The ingredients are organic, 100% stone ground whole wheat flour, water, fresh carrots, barley flour, millet flour, lentil flour, soy flour, spelt flour, fresh yeast, and sea salt, and that's it. There's some other ones out there that I've used in the past. I know Trader Joe's has one that's a 100% whole wheat pita, so I've used that before. These can be harder to find, but you want to make sure that you start out with a good pita. So I've got that right here. Hey Linda, thanks for joining me. So the next thing that you're going to need is some sauce. So what I like to use is the Whole Foods 365 fat-free marinara sauce, and the reason why I like this sauce is because, again, there's no added sugar or oil to it, which can be harder to find, but you can use any sort of tomato sauce, and if you wanted, you could add in some basil. This one is, it's got basil in it. Otherwise, you could add kind of oregano, basil, some of those ingredients to add some more flavor to it. So you'll need this next, and I'm just going to take a spoon and just put it on top of my pita right here, and I'm just going to spread it out. Just like this, okay? And then the next thing really is you're just gonna need whatever vegetables you want. So a lot of times I put bell pepper, mushroom, and onion, and then sometimes I'll add a few other things. So I already had some chopped up onion in the fridge, so I'm just going to use that. I might dice it up a little bit. I don't like to make it too oniony because, you know, it's just too powerful. So I'm going to chop up a little bit. I'm probably not going to use all of this, to be honest. So I'm just going to sprinkle that on my pita pizza. Maybe a little bit more. And then like I said, I like to do bell pepper. I have orange and yellow in my fridge. So I've got a little bit chopped up from before. So I'm going to add that on. I might add a little bit more. But if you have red bell pepper, you like green bell pepper, whatever kind of vegetables you have in your fridge, you can absolutely use. So I'm going to coat a little bit more of this orange bell pepper. Okay. And the thing is, this pita, like, you can start like loading on the vegetables and you're like, okay, that's a lot. So I'm going to add in some mushroom on top. I had some chopped up. Usually only need about like one big mushroom. I might add a little bit more. I like to load my pizzas with vegetables. And then something that I've done before in the past is I'll use some like frozen microwave vegetables. So this is the California blend. It's got broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. So I microwave some just because if you're just to put it in the oven on top of it frozen, it leaks a lot of water. So this way, some of that water has evaporated, so it's not going to be as runny. So I microwaved it ahead of time, but I'm just going to throw this on top, and also the green just makes it pretty. If you've got fresh herbs or any sort of spices that you want to add, if you wanted to add some basil, if you have spinach, you could add some spinach here. Something that I don't always do with pita pizzas, but you certainly could, is you could add a little bit of nutritional yeast. So there's no cheese going on this pizza, and it tastes delicious without it. But if you really like that cheese flavor, you could also sprinkle some nutritional yeast. I'm currently in Florida in my grandma's kitchen, and so when I travel, a lot of times I'll bring some different things with me. I brought some cacao powder with me. I brought some nutritional yeast, and so I'll just sprinkle a little bit of the nutritional yeast on top of here. And that is seriously how easy, simple, and quick this is. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees. I've got some parchment paper that this is gonna go on top of. So I cook it right on top of the rack, and I cook it for about 10 minutes. I use parchment paper. It's not gonna stick, but it's also not gonna leak anything. You just wanna make sure if you use parchment paper that you see what it's rated for. So this one is 400, so you don't wanna go past that. So that's why I'm cooking it at 400. Sometimes I do 410, 420, something like that. So I'm just going to put this in the oven for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna pull out the pizza that I already had cooking earlier. Okay, so I made a pizza right before this. I did not add in the frozen vegetables, but here is kind of the final product. I'm going to cut this up into little triangles, and I'm going to enjoy this little pita pizza. I already had a little bit for lunch, but this is going to be a perfect snack. So yeah, I've got that in the oven for 10 minutes, and it is good to go. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you are going to try this pita pizza recipe as an alternative to pizza. And if you do make it, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Maybe take a picture and send it to me. Seriously, that would make my day. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys back here next Tuesday at the same time. Bye. And I'm gonna come around and shut up this live.